The Lion and the Gentle Breeze. Once upon a time, in the vast and beautiful plains of the savannah, there lived a mighty lion named Leo. Leo was the strongest and most powerful animal in the kingdom. All the other animals admired his strength and speed, but there was something about Leo that made them afraid: his temper. Whenever Leo became angry, his roar could be heard across the entire savannah, and the ground would tremble beneath his paws. Even his closest friends, like the clever monkey, Zara, and the wise old elephant, Duma, would stay far away when they saw his face turn red with rage. Leo's anger often got him into trouble. One day, Leo was out for a walk when a little hare accidentally bumped into him. The tiny hare was so small and in such a hurry that he didn't even notice the lion. "Watch where you're going!" roared Leo, his voice shaking the trees. The hare, trembling with fear, stammered, I'm sorry, Leo. I didn't see you." But Leo, blinded by his anger, didn't listen to the hare's apology. Instead, he lashed out, chasing the poor hare across the savannah. The animals watched in shock as the tiny creature ran for its life, tears streaming down its face. The wise elephant, Duma, saw what was happening and stepped in front of Leo, blocking his path. "Stop, Leo," Duma said calmly. "You are stronger than this. Look at the hare. He is scared and small. Why are you using your great strength to frighten him?" Leo stopped in his tracks, panting heavily. His anger was so intense that he could barely think straight. But when he saw the little hare hiding behind Duma, shivering in fear, something inside him began to change. He didn't feel powerful anymore. Instead, he felt ashamed. Duma continued, "Sometimes anger makes us do things we regret. You are a great lion, Leo, but your strength is not just in your muscles. True strength comes from knowing when to be calm and kind." Leo looked down, his ears drooping. He had never thought about it that way before. The other animals were all watching, and Leo felt embarrassed. He realized that his anger had not made him stronger, it had made him a bully. "You're right, Duma," Leo said softly. "I'm sorry, little hare. I was wrong to chase you." The hare peeked out from behind Duma, still nervous but relieved. Thank you, Leo," the hare said quietly. After that day, Leo tried to control his temper. It wasn't always easy. Sometimes when the sun was too hot or when things didn't go his way, he still felt the familiar heat of anger rising inside him. But whenever that happened, Leo would take a deep breath and remember Duma's words. True strength comes from knowing when to be calm and kind. One afternoon, a terrible storm swept across the savannah. The wind howled and the rain poured down in sheets. All the animals were scrambling for shelter. Leo, who had learned to keep his temper under control, helped many of the smaller animals find safe places to hide from the storm. Just as Leo was about to take shelter himself, he saw a group of frightened birds huddled in a tree, unable to fly because of the strong wind. Without hesitation, Leo stood in front of the tree, using his large body to shield the birds from the worst of the storm. He stood there for hours, even though the rain soaked his golden fur and the wind howled in his ears. When the storm finally passed, the birds chirped with gratitude. "Thank you, Leo," they sang. "You saved us." Leo smiled. This time, he felt a different kind of power, a quiet, peaceful strength that came from helping others instead of letting anger control him. From that day on, Leo became known not just for his strength but for his wisdom and kindness. The animals no longer feared him, and they trusted him to lead them with a calm and gentle heart. Whenever a problem arose, Leo was the first to step in, not with a roar of anger, but with a steady and peaceful voice. One day, while sitting under the shade of a tall acacia tree, Leo overheard some young lion cubs playing nearby. One of the cubs, frustrated that he couldn't catch a butterfly, was growling angrily. "Why can't I catch it?" the cub roared. Leo smiled and walked over to the cub. "It's okay to feel angry sometimes," Leo said gently. "But remember, anger won't help you catch that butterfly. Try to be calm and think of a better way." The cub looked up at Leo, his big eyes full of wonder. "But how do I stay calm when I'm angry?" Leo thought for a moment, then replied, "When I feel angry, I take a deep breath and remember that being calm helps me think clearly. Anger clouds our minds, but peace gives us strength." The cub nodded and took a deep breath. He tried again, more patiently this time, and soon he was able to gently catch the butterfly in his paws. He released it, smiling as it fluttered away into the sky. "See," Leo said with a grin, "calmness brings success." As the sun began to set, painting the sky with shades of pink and gold, the animals gathered around Leo to listen to him share stories of wisdom. They no longer feared his roar. Instead, they admired his heart. And Leo, too, had learned that the greatest strength of all was not in his roar, but in his ability to stay calm, be kind, and help others. The moral of the story: anger is a natural feeling, but it can make us act in ways we later regret. Like Leo the lion, we should remember that real strength comes from staying calm and being kind, even when we are upset. When we take a deep breath and choose to think before we act, we can avoid hurting others and ourselves. Bible verse: a person with a quick temper causes trouble, but a person who controls his temper stops a quarrel. Proverbs 15 verse 18, International Children's Bible. This verse teaches us the importance of controlling our temper. Just like Leo learned, staying calm and patient can help us make better choices and bring peace to those around us.